Who should be able to control the content of your speech? Here in America, should artists be protected by the First Amendment? Is it ever appropriate for the government to decide what you say? One small business owner in Colorado had to confront these questions after she encountered a state law that says it can force her to communicate certain messages in her work against her will. Lorie Smith is challenging that law with the Alliance Defending Freedom. Earlier today, I spoke with Lorie and her attorney, Jake Warner. Lorie and Jake, welcome to our show. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Lorie, you say your life took a sharp turn 6 years ago. Could you tell us what happened?
Yes, well, about 10 years ago, I started my business 303 Creative because I wanted to design and create for things that I was passionate about, things near and dear to my heart that were consistent with my faith. And I was really excited and looking forward to designing for weddings. But that enthusiasm was quickly met with concern as I looked around at the state of Colorado and the way that they were treating other people of faith, punishing them, banishing them from the industry altogether.
And you were asked to write a message for your business. What was that message?
Well, as a Christian designer, I've always wanted to tell stories of marriage through God's lens. And that's a lens that says that marriage is between a man and a woman. And the state of Colorado is forcing me to set aside my deeply held beliefs to communicate a message, promote a message contrary to that. And, I work with all people. I always have. And I've worked with people from the LGBT community. It's never about the individual that's requesting a message. It's always about the message I'm being asked to promote and celebrate that determines whether or not I can design a project.
And you say you've had threats and even feared for your life and the lives of your clients after declining one of these projects. What's that been like?
This has been a roller coaster that has been going now for 5.5 years. And while I have received quite a bit of support, I never thought that standing to protect my rights would yield in such vile, hate-filled responses. I received phone calls, emails, messages through my website, snail mail, just about every outlet I've received some sort of threat of some kind.
And Jake, Lorie started challenging this Colorado law many years ago. What's the latest update?
Well, we appealed up to the U.S. Supreme Court. A few months ago, a lower court ruled that the government could force Lorie to express messages that she doesn't agree with. And what's at stake here is the right of every American to say what they believe without fear of government punishment. And we're thankful that the U.S. Supreme Court has decided to hear Lorie's case. We expect oral arguments to be held later this fall, and it's a critical case for all Americans. The government should not force anyone to express messages that go against their deepest belief. And the principle that would protect Lorie in this case would protect even those who disagree with her on life's biggest issues. For example, we don't think the government should force a web designer who identifies as LGBT to be forced to create websites celebrating Catholic views of marriage, nor do we think the government should force the New York Times to publish pro-Trump advertisements. The free speech rights of all Americans are at stake, and a win for Lorie is truly a win for everyone.
Lorie Smith and Jake Warner, thank you for joining us.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for having me.